Choose an environment where you feel safe and get comfortable in a relaxed position. If you would like, before you begin the exercise, you can look at family pictures or pictures from your childhood, at school or elsewhere. Briefly flip through your diary or maybe lay out old toys in front of you. Perhaps these things can evoke memories in you that will help you during the exercise. Please just let go now, so that what is spoken reaches you. If you wish, you can close your eyes now. Explore the origin of your inner child and become aware of its effects on your present self. What you are experiencing in this moment is more complex than you might think. Your experience is shaped by your entire life journey. Your perspective on the world is guided by the things you have been confronted with throughout your life. Take your current thought as a starting point for the exercise. Once you feel okay and comfortable, I ask you to close your eyes and focus on the here and now. In this moment, let your breath be very deep for 30 seconds. Once you have achieved this, the goal is now to break away from the usual calm rhythm. In this way, you disrupt your inner system and, so to speak, lose some of its control over you. You will also feel yourself being thrown off balance. But that is completely normal. Now I ask you, please, accelerate your breath for the next 15 seconds. Now try to breathe more calmly again. Maybe you can feel that you are a little bit dizzy, but this is normal. Feel how this changes and reorganizes your current emotions. Losing partly the control over emotions can show you what might be hidden. The need to control emotions is often linked to suppressing or repressing bad experiences. The breath should help you truly be in the here and now. If you succeed, the past and future can also be seen in a different light. Please make sure to adjust your breathing again if you feel uncomfortable. The 30 seconds or 15 seconds is just an approximate value you can choose for yourself. I will soon start asking you some questions, and it may be that my questions are too much for you, but I can assure you it only feels that way when you try to control everything with your head. Just let go. Your mind is capable of remembering everything I say. So don't worry about whether you have overheard or not understood something. Now, focus on your emotions. Focus on your emotions. Focus on your emotions. What do you feel? Try to get a sense of your own feelings. Allow all emotions and feel them unconditionally. Try to truly experience them and engage with them. Your breath can support you in deepening this experience. If your mind wanders, guide yourself back to yourself and your emotions. Think back to your childhood. Go back to your childhood. What good and bad memories come up? Can you see them? Can you feel them? If you want, you can also browse through old photo albums. These often help to evoke forgotten experiences. Imagine you are holding a photo album and you go through the photos. What things did you enjoy doing before? Maybe when you were younger. What hobbies did you pursue? Perhaps you still have symbols from that time, like old toys, certificates, report cards, or something else which reminds you of the past. We all have something. Now, look intensively at your feelings. Look at your feelings. What emotions are currently prevailing in you? Are they more positive or negative? Speak out softly what you feel. Just speak it out. You don't have to be loud. If you want to. If emotions are spoken out, they partly find their way out. You don't have to desperately search for any thoughts or feelings. Calm down. You are safe here. Just take the first thought or the first feeling now. All feelings are part of a big puzzle. It really doesn't matter which piece you start with. Just start. Can you remember what emotions you have just felt? What triggered these emotions? Was it a photo? What led you to the emotion, and what moments are you experiencing again? Is this experience painful? If so, try to feel the pain and breathe deeply into the pain. If you can feel the pain, try to connect to the pain by breathing deeply into the pain. If you are wondering how to breathe into pain, I had the same question. You just have to keep it in mind and take a deep breath. That's all. Your body already knows how to connect your feelings with thoughts through breath. Don't worry. You don't have to do anything else. Just think about the pain wherever you can feel it and breathe, and you will connect to the pain. It can provide important clues as to which needs were frustrated. Analyze this situation more closely. The emotions you are feeling now. What situations from the past could have been responsible for this? Once you understand it or have an idea, look for connections to the present. When do you feel similar emotions? What triggers them? Where are the connections to the past? were you when you experienced these feelings? Can you estimate this roughly? If you allow and you haven't figured it out yet, I would like to assist you in this. Start from this assumption and imagine you have a child of exactly that age in front of you. This could be, for example, a child at the age of 7. So just imagine that a 7-year-old child is in front of you, in case you can't define an age yourself. It's standing in front of you. It can look however it wants. You may not even be able to clearly recognize the face, or you may not even be able to see the child, but only perceive it. Whatever it is, it's your truth. Observe this child thoroughly. It represents your imaginary inner child. You can believe me, it's no one else. If you look at it, what is its facial expression? Where is it? What does the environment look like where it is located? Include your entire perception. How bright or dark, how colorful or black and white is it right now? What do you hear? What do you smell? How is the child feeling? What does it long for? Does it want to be hugged? Does it want peace? Does it want space? Focus on the deeper needs of the child in the current situation. Let your breath continue to flow and imagine you are in the exact situation where the child is right now. Breathe into this thought for 30 seconds. Breathe into it. Now try to breathe normally again. If all of this was too much or too fast for you, you can listen to this section again. You can also try to write something down. For example, what you felt, or simply draw something. It doesn't have to look nice. Later, you can recognize who you were in that moment. These are often very valuable snapshots. Now the next step is to connect. Actively seek closeness to this child. If it cannot tolerate eye contact, in many times it happens, do not force it. Go to the child and make it feel that you are there for it. Address it. Provide closeness and seek a physical connection if it desires. You will sense what need the child has at the moment, and you can fulfill that need. Only you are capable of giving it security and comfort. Just do it. You don't have to ponder what to do now. Just let go. Love unconditionally. The love for your inner child is the love for yourself. Always remember, we humans are constantly in conflict with ourselves and often obstruct our own path. The disturbed relationship can take a different direction right now. Please just try to let go and get closer to your inner child in your thoughts. The closer you get, the closer you are to yourself. this phase, the inner child needs a safe space. As you grant shelter and comfort to your inner child, let the child surrender itself inwardly. This involves forgetting all burdens and responsibilities, experiencing no guilt, and feeling light. Has the child done something wrong? Mistakes are allowed. Shame is not reprehensible. Regardless of the child's emotions, they are not judged and are allowed to exist. The child is unconditionally valued and protected by you. Life is not always positive, and we are not always positive. It is permissible to have negative aspects alongside the positive ones. Exactly this is the key. You should accept them. You should accept them. You should accept yourself. It's okay to have negative aspects, even if you would consider yourself in this moment as a bad person. It's okay. Actively recognize and accept it, learning to embrace yourself despite these negative facets. Learn to accept yourself as you are. Please try not to be like others. No one can be like you, and you cannot be like anybody else. You only can learn from others. The desire to be different in your very essence is the starting point of splitting from yourself. Only when you are aware of both sides, the bad and the good, can you choose to live on the positive side. You must first acknowledge where you currently stand and be willing to recognize the good side from your perspective. Then you can autonomously and consciously choose the good side. You first have to acknowledge both. But you must first accept that you too can have evil parts within you. Yes. Don't be afraid to think about this. We all have both evil and good aspects. Rather, the question is, what or where is your goal? Now it's time to relieve. Consciously acknowledge and feel the pain of your inner child. Let your breath support you by deeply perceiving the pain as you inhale. Your breath can, when you focus on it, become stronger than your pain. Allow your breath to ease your pain. dare to integrate the pain into your inhalation and connect with it. Then release the pain on the exhale and feel it dissipate with your breath. Reduce the intensity of your breathing if you feel uncomfortable. Recall the feelings from the past. Unlike the time, these feelings have not passed. They still affect your present. Feel this suppressed pain because it is essential and a part of you. Don't hate this pain. Do not hate yourself. Your breath supports you in actively transporting the pain out of your body. You may feel pressure on your neck, chest, or limbs. You can release the tension created by the pain in your body. It can escape through the parts of your body you are currently focusing on, allowing your painful emotions to find outlets outside the body. This connection outward was previously inhibited. You have now opened it. Repeat this process to create relief whenever you want until it eventually happens naturally. In other words, you have to reprogram yourself through these exercises. liberate yourself. Now that you are aware of what may lie behind your negative emotions, do you think of fellow human beings or specific situations that have contributed to it? Do you have some pictures or emotions present currently? Your pain may have more than one trigger. Different triggers can interact. Start with the situation that comes to your mind first. Do you remember specific burdens imposed on your inner child? And always remember, when we talk about the inner child, we actually talk about you. Do you remember specific burdens imposed on your inner child? Was it treated unfairly? Give this injustice a voice. Find words for it and speak them out loud. You don't have to scream. Just make sure that your ears can connect to these words. Also, articulate your needs and your perception of what is right and wrong. It's your voice. Don't be afraid to speak out your pains. Speaking out loud about your feelings can make you feel lighter. By doing so, you break the taboo of expressing it and gradually free yourself from your emotional prison. Now imagine a package. In it, put all the burdens that have been passed on to you by your surroundings, symbolically. You can now imaginary just return the package to the person it belongs to. be afraid. Tell them exactly this phrase: I want to separate myself from this burden. I return the responsibility and no longer feel bound to the burden. The contract is hereby terminated. It might be that this exercise or this kind of approach, freeing yourself from pain and negative emotions, sounds strange, but once you get used to it, you will understand. Now, again, I want to separate myself from this burden. I return the responsibility and no longer feel bound to the burden. The contract is hereby terminated. In this context, a contract refers to the adoption of a duty or guilt in your childhood. However, at that time, you were not aware that you were also taking on a responsibility that was not really yours. It resulted in a feeling of obligation that has a contractual character. For life. It may be that the inner child is not yet ready to speak for itself. In this case, you can strengthen it by either speaking for the inner child or supporting it by bringing in protective figures or symbols. Then I ask you to take a deep breath. And in your imagination, return the package to the person or people who are primarily responsible for it. Take the package in your hand and hand it over to the other person or people who wrongly gave you the responsibility, which they were not able to take. The irony is, you saved their life by taking their burden, which they were not capable of doing. You really have accomplished a masterpiece of work. You played an important role, but now you need to play the same important role within yourself. You have to imagine that when someone unconsciously hands over their responsibility to you, it's actually a cry for help. This person needed you. They were dependent on you. In your innocent role, you took on a task that none of us as children could ever handle. This happens every day in this world. If you understood only this, then you will see things completely different. Do never underestimate the unconscious boundaries which you have put upon yourself. You have now intensely engaged with the pain and felt it. In this step, the focus is on further strengthening the inner child. I ask you to imagine how the individuals who can strengthen the inner child should look like. These could be a secure social environment or other symbols that can fulfill the child's needs. If the child longs for loving parents, for a caring mother and a strong father, affirm this to the child. It can also be about imagined parents who might be better suited to take on this role. You have the freedom to imagine whatever kind of individuals you want. These parents make it clear to the child that parents always give and children always receive. They show the child that it can completely separate itself from the world of adults and their responsibilities. The child has the role of a child and should never feel guilty about anything. Never. The imaginary parents or protectors, they give it attention, protect it, and provide safety. They bestow unconditional love and acceptance upon it and value all parts that make up the child. They are aware of its needs and fulfill them. They assure it that only good things will happen to it and that it can let go of the perceived pain. If the child seeks closeness and physical contact, give it that closeness. If the child wants to be bathed, draw a comforting bath for it. Bathing can be seen here as a cleansing ritual. If you are ready to conclude the exercise, slowly bring yourself back to the present moment. Become calmer, breathe more slowly, and conclude the exercise for yourself. Express gratitude to your inner child and all involved aspects, to yourself, for now knowing where there is a need for processing and reflection. Be thankful for all the negative and painful feelings you have experienced. These are crucial for understanding what aspects from your childhood are still unresolved and where you need to focus. Without knowing how to identify and where the pains are located, you will always be in the dark. So show gratitude. Your inner child has shown you these aspects of yourself at your request. Now you can convince your inner child that the painful feelings have been understood and are no longer necessary. Allow your inner child time to break down and release these feelings. In this way, you can approach a clear image of yourself and integrate all these aspects into a larger picture. The aspects no longer need to compete for attention and acknowledgement. Instead, they can peacefully coexist. Each aspect of yourself must be recognized and tolerated as a part of you to achieve inner peace. This does not mean that everything has to stay as it is, but for the beginning, you need to recognize and accept it. When you incorporate these exercises into your life as a routine, you will only truly appreciate the effect over time. After a while, you don't have to follow my advice exactly to the dot. You will intuitively sense which questions, answers, and topics are currently relevant and how to approach them. It was the same for me. In the beginning, everything felt unfamiliar, but later I became my own conductor. takes time. And you have it. So don't let time be your concern.